Roy stood his ground. Then show it to your dad. Or your lackeys. Brady and the gang would love to praise you for your show. My dad. He's going to kick my ass. Brandon held Roy's hand and insisted, and I can't show those guys. They are just kids. They can't give me any ideas to improve. You're the only one around who can. Roy stared into his eyes and cruelly replied, "Stop coming to me. I have a job, and I need to settle something important. Never talk to me about magic tricks ever again. If you don't have anyone to show off to, why don't you show it to your mother?" Brandon froze, and he looked down in silence. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. After Roy shook Brandon off, he went to Fletcher's house and noticed a couple of people struggling against a big white pig. Fletcher was clamping down on its head, while a villager tried to pull on its tail, but the pig dragged them around and oinked loudly. Roy hastened and pinned the pig down, then Fletcher fed it the anesthetic, and it finally stopped squirming. Fletcher plopped down onto the pig's dirty back, but didn't complain. The flaps on his face trembled as he moved, and he asked, sounding nonchalant, "You saw that brat, didn't you, Roy?" "Yeah. He went to show off his magic tricks to some kids. Call him back for me once we butcher this pig." That brat stood the chief off again. Fletcher rubbed his nose and whispered, "I did yell at him a bit too harshly though, so help me out. I don't want him to run around in a fit of anger. He just doesn't know how to show that he cares, doesn't he?" Roy thought, and he agreed to help out. With Fletcher's help, Roy killed the fat pig in one strike. Once the blood had finished flowing out, his EXP bar filled, and Roy felt a weak quake from his character sheet. He then excused himself and sat down somewhere quiet. When he looked at his character sheet, there was a plus sign after the EXP bar. After concentrating his mind on the plus sign, a new message showed up on the sheet. Level 1, 3, 500. At the same time, a surge of warmth flowed through his body. It felt like inner energy, chi, or as they called it, chaos energy. At the same time, a plus sign showed up after every stat and his skill, massacre. He gained 1 attribute point and 1 skill point from the level up. Roy was overjoyed, but he held his excitement back and observed his stats closely. Those stats were weaker than an average adult. Even if he added 1 point to any one of them, it wouldn't provide him with any edge in combat. He could just keep working as an apprentice to the butcher, and his body would eventually grow into the stats of an adult. There was no point in wasting a hard-earned point on that.